Hello, Kayla.
Hi,
How are you doing?
doing pretty good. What's our topic we're talking about?
Well, we're going to get there.
Because I don't remember what we picked.
Don't worry. I remember clearly.
You got a better memory than me. What are we?
So, welcome to another episode of Writing Sucks, but I love it. We recently did a recording which inspired this topic of the recording.
Oh, right.
Where we worked really hard on a great conversation. And the program that we were using to record froze in the middle of our conversation. And it still isn't working to the point where I think I'm going to have to reboot the computer, which means there's a possibility that we're going to lose that recording because it's not safe.
Good conversation.
It was such a good conversation.
So good.
We learned a lot about each other.
Did we? Yeah, we learned a few new things. We'll if we have to, we'll re-record that.
Yes, but it inspired us on to the next conversation, which is how we feel when we lose our work.
Oh.
And in one episode about the deleting, and we won't go into another argument about the deleting because that's a never ending story.
We have opposite views on that.
We have touched base that one of us has gone completely insane, even obsessed with the need of documenting and saving everything.
Here I thought she was going to say completely insane by deleting everything.
So we have one extreme to the other. But we both agreed, well, not both agreed, but we both shared that we have both lost writing work that we've been passionate about and never seen again.
Work in general also.
Oh, work in general, but this is a topic about writing.
Yes, but some people might relate to losing other things.
Absolutely. So, Kayla.
Yeah.
Tell me about the most recent work that you've lost, excluding the recent recording.
Oh my. What is the most recent work I've lost? Well, there's two types of loss in my mind. Lost within my inventory and lost within the universe of never ever finding it again. And that by that I mean I've either deleted it or the computer crashed. Yeah. The last time I lost something, well, no, I've had multiple incidences where I've lost work. The USB key stopped working. It was suddenly corrupted. That's lovely.
Oh, I hate that when that happens.
Yeah, I might need to revisit my USB keys of the past. I need to find the USB keys of the past. Whoa, that's memory lane right there. And what? No, I won't ask you that question because I know the answer already. You save on everything 3 times over. No, corrupted USB file. I've lost plenty of files that way. There was one story that was fully written, and at that time I never posted anything, so I pressed delete.
Oh my god!
On a completed story.
Oh my god!
And off it went into the no man land.
So just clarification: did you accidentally hit delete?
No.
Or you purposely hit delete?
I purposely hit delete.
And you regret it?
Yeah, I would say about a year later when I started to post stories, I regretted that choice.
And yet you still delete?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You can tell I have not learned from my lesson, or I've just chosen to purge in the only way I know how.
Delete.
And that is in my files when I delete, instead of my clothing where I should purge. That's another topic that's not included in this podcast, okay?
Oh, my turn. You're
Oh,
giving me
yeah.
You're giving me this look.
I'm
You're
not
like,
the
all
only
right.
one sharing in this. Steph.
The most recent work that I have is actually work related, where I'm working on writing an SOP. And thankfully, I sent a copy to my director for a review, but I accidentally deleted the wrong document when I was cleaning up. So I do delete documents at work, but I delete my multiple drafts.
This is a writing podcast.
I know.
Not a
Technically, I wrote the SOP for that document.
No. Ça compte pas, ça, là. Ça compte pas. Because I can go on and say, at work, the other day, I lost work because I forgot to save the fucking thing.
I actually have not lost my work, my writing work.
Lost a full floor plan because I didn't save it when I thought I saved it.
I haven't lost it because I make multiple copies, but I make multiple copies because I have lost work. And I think I asked you the wrong question because I asked you what was the most recent, and that was the most recent. I think the question I should have asked you is what was the most impactful loss that you've had?
For stuff? Oh, I don't. We're talking writing, right? Not
yes. So let's stick to the writing.
Yeah. I don't think I can answer that. Because to be honest, I've not really. Have I been impacted by a loss of writing in recent memory? And by recent, I mean like 5 years. I'm not that old, guys. The last 5 years? No.
Oh, okay.
No. But maybe, I don't know. There was a quite a bit of time there where I wasn't really writing as much as I used to. So I might do it. You?
For me, it was a story that I've shared in a previous episode, but here's the longer version of it and why it's the most impactful. So, 17, I quit and I stopped writing.
Right.
I picked it up about 7 years ago again. I actually don't know what prompted me into wanting to write again, but I just woke up and was like, no, I'm going to do this. This is what I wanted in life, and I'm going to go back to it and figure it out and do it. And I started to put my story into words. The work that I was working on was the biggest one, Her Sanctuary, and I've written different versions of it of how I wanted to move forward with it. And this is me learning how to write and some of the notes that I've taken and of my research, a little of the research that I've done, but mainly the drafts of it. And my computer kaputted.
Oh, I've had that happen.
And my brother-in-law, I was absolutely devastated, and I was saying to Melanie, my sister, freaking out over the phone because I've lost all of my work. So my brother-in-law's like, we'll bring it over and I'll take a look. And he tried his very best. I think he was like 2 days at it and trying to bring my computer life long enough to just grab my files, because I worked really hard on it and I was back at writing. And I think it was just like 6 months or 8 months back into writing, and I was writing on and off. Like I was trying to get back into the rhythm of wanting to write. And he He couldn't save it. He couldn't bring it back to life, and my files were gone.
And
All that work, all the work, like it was an impactful moment because one, it was me trying to get back into writing, and two, because this happened, it was almost like my mind was going against me. So I call it the villain, that critical voice in your head that is against you was like attacking me, saying like, this is a sign, like it's not meant to be, and da 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 da. And it almost convinced me to give up on writing again, being like, it's not meant to be. I've tried it.
Well, that's a villain.
Yeah. And but no, my sister helped me out a lot by, one of the things that she did is she went through her emails because she's like, I remember you sending me something, and it wasn't the last draft that I did. It was like one of the like the third or fourth version that I was doing. It wasn't the one that I made a decision to. I was gonna, this is direction I'm moving forward with. But it at least was something.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how paranoia is born. So tell us,
Must save everything.
What do you do now? Because wait till you hear this, because paranoia has no bounds in this setup, and I understand why. You're working towards a book, an actual book, not a fan fiction shit like me. You're working towards an actual book that you would like to publish one day. Mm-hmm. So what do you do now? And this is why I call it paranoia.
Well, I have a cloud-based program that I do majority of my writing on, and I would export my work and I would save it on my computer, and I would also have a shared drive with my sister so she can take a look at stuff. And I also, like, if it's a latest draft version, like a completed draft version, I would email it to myself as well to make sure that I have a copy just in case.
And how many times do you do this?
Not often. Every time I have a writing session, I do a form of saving.
Okay.
Especially the exporting part of it.
So I'm curious, if people listen to this and they write themselves, I'm curious to know if you've succumbed to paranoia. Let us know.
At least I don't delete.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with deleting. It's purging the unnecessary stuff from your life. Can I do it in other aspects? No. Terrible at it. I'm thinking of purging my bookshelves again. There's a bunch of notebooks that I'm like, you've hit your... I'm trying to fill my notebooks so that I can pitch them. Delete, kind of thing again. Trying. So, yeah.
Can I just quickly add something? If there's tic-tacking and meowing, I'm really sorry. My cat is attacking my feet.
Details.
And I'm trying to walk away from him and be like, shoo, go play. But he wants to play with my feet. It's like, now's the time to play.
Oh, so you set him on my feet?
Yes.
Okay. So, just veering off topic for a quick minute. Found a notebook the other day. I had one page in it that was written on. The rest were not written on. So I made the choice of using this notebook for whatever purpose, not even just writing purposes, just using it instead of hoarding it. And I hate the word hoarding, but at this moment, it feels like hoarding, because when you start to keep things that you are not using just so that you could use it in the right moment, you're hoarding. And so I've made the choice to use this book for anything and everything that comes to mind. So far, it's been used for a grocery list, and it's been used for a game of Rasha Rasha.
Rasha Rasha?
Yeah, it's a card game. You gotta make 3 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, a 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3, not 3 of 4 because that's impossible.
You've lost me.
Well, you got you got 6 buys. So you have to it's not that hard a game. Rules are simple. You're given 11 cards. You have 6 buys. You have to open and play your cards. You must lay the first set that you lay must reach the goal that is set. The goals are simple. 1 of 3. So you gotta lay 3 matching cards, like a set of 3. So say you got 3 threes, that's your 1 of 3. You gotta lay that down. You have to open with that. Then you got 2 of 3, 3 of 3. So you actually get 12 cards, not 11. My apologies, guys. 12 cards. Don't laugh at me. It's been a while. So 3 of 3, 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 1 of 5, 2 of 5, and then the 1 of 6. You get 6 buys, and after that, you can't buy anymore. And the 2s and the jokers are wild and can be used for any card. If you play two 3s and a 2, and you pick up a 3 later down the road, you can replace the 2 with the 3. But if you place 3 3s down, 3 2s down, they are no longer retractable because you've played them as their suite. And we've very much veered off topic. My apologies on that one.
You've lost me. Rasha Rasha.
It's a game that's better if you explain it while you play it.
So the point being, it sucks. It's one of the suckiest parts about writing.
Is losing your work. Yeah. It's the worst part of anything. When you work on something and you lose it, be it writing, be it work, be it art, be it anything in that area, it just sucks to lose your stuff. Because either your computer crashed, your USB got corrupted, your hard drive can't be accessed anymore, your computer gets broken, you've lost your computer. That's shitty.
Your notebook
goes kaput.
Drinks fall onto your notebook.
Yeah, and they don't make ink like they used to, guys. That erasable ink? The moment water touches it, it's gone. It's gone. Okay, so the erasable pens, genius for the erasable pack. Not genius for the liquid fact. Okay. So the millennial in me is saying just buy a gel pen and use it. But it sucks because you work hard on something, and I use AutoCAD, so I'm not a virgin when it comes to losing your shit. I have gone through many a days where I've worked on a project in school and you go to save and it says critical error and it crashes on you and you're like, no, because back then autosave didn't actually exist. And then you were like, please have a file that's saved somewhere, please.
And then there isn't.
So I've not experienced it with writing in my current lifetime of posting. I have lost stories. because USB corruptions and computers screens getting broken, and so forth, but not to the extent you have with your stories. So I mean, I've lost photography.
Oh, yeah.
But writing wise, yeah, that one's a hard one because I have lost stuff. I just not to the level that you have.
I think one of the like it's devastating to lose your work, and obviously there's a grieving period because so much work and time and energy has went into something you've created, and then it's just poof, gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one of the hardest aspects of losing your work is sitting there and trying to rewrite it again. And an aspect of you is like, I know I wrote something and I know I wrote it like this, and you loved it so much, but you can't remember what exactly that you've put. So nothing you write will compare to it. And it just adds more to it, gives more ammo to that villain in your head using it against you, because it's just like it's never going to be as good as the other version.
Speaking on that, I have actually not rewritten things.
No, you
because
just
I've
that
lost
story.
it. Yeah, I have. I've just been like, well,
It wasn't meant to be.
Wasn't meant to be. Nature decided delete that. So yeah. So yeah, I've purposely not rewritten stuff. I don't know if it's because I just don't want to.
You felt defeated?
I could have felt defeated. I could have been like, I don't want to rewrite that. But yeah. You put a lot of yourself in your writing.
Oh, absolutely.
And when you lose it, it feels like you lose a little bit of yourself at the same time.
Absolutely.
And so it's hard when you have to rewrite something because you can't rewrite it the way it was once written.
And, trying to think glass half full type of thinking. And I've been told this many times of like, no, it wasn't meant to be, but this is going to be better. And it's going to be better because it is meant to be. And it's just like, oh, yeah, that's very, very inspirational for you to tell me at this exact moment. But when I'm there staring at the screen, that means nothing to me.
I agree. And I guess you could look at it as a sort of draft, an invisible draft
that you don't have access to.
That you don't have access to.
Only your memory.
All of that draft is now in your memory, and you have to basically go based off your memory for that draft. I guess you could look at that point of view, but when it happens, you don't want to look at it like that. You just want to curl up in your bed and cry and eat a pint of ice cream.
But
do we use pints?
Do we use what?
Pints? Why am I saying a pint of ice cream? Pint?
Pint?
Is it pint? Pint? Pint?
I usually say bowl of ice cream.
All right.
Sticking to the optimistic thing that I was mentioning, one thing that had crossed my mind is we have this belief, like, because it's work that we've lost, we kind of put it up on a pedestal, being like, it was great, I put all my heart and soul into this, and I want it to I'm trying to match it up to this version of the draft that I've lost, and I'm trying to meet that criteria. But really, like, that, not advice, but that encouragement of, this one's going to be better, kind of does have truth in it, but you just don't want to see it because you put your draft on a pedestal because it's now gone forever, and it could do no wrong because it's gone forever.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
In reality, if I were if I were to compare my current draft to that version that I lost, it is absolutely better.
Well, there you go.
But
You don't want to think of that when you just lost your work.
yeah. And if I compared that the draft that I've lost to the draft that I had created at that time, there were most likely aspects of it that would have been better, because the things that came naturally to me I wouldn't even second guess it, and I would put more thought in the aspects that I had struggled with, like the emotional narrative and descriptions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, okay, yeah, this person did this and that I did da. Because I had already written it, but I'm writing it differently. But I already know that this is the direction that we're going because I've already written it.
Mm-hmm. So you have that memory-based draft that you're bouncing off of
without even realizing it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
But you don't see it. You're just blind by the insecurities.
Yeah.
And blinded by, the grief of losing that draft that you worked so hard on.
I'm curious question here, and I might be going way off topic.
Yeah.
Loss of work. Do you ever feel like you've lost work when you lose interest in your work that you're doing?
Did I lost work if I've lost interest?
Yeah, because you go and you put so much effort into a certain work.
Uh-huh.
But then you lose interest in that work. And you've it's been ages and ages since you touched that work, and you feel like you've lost that work because it's no longer in your style, it's no longer your type of writing. Do you feel like that is lost work?
No, because I archive everything. And I use my archives. Like if I were to open an archive and start working on a draft for it, I would use whatever it is that I currently have as resources and not as, like I will give the example of my very first completed draft story, which I had called Impossible Biology. It's the only one that my grandfather and my grandmother had read from start to finish. It's the only story that they've ever read of mine before they passed. I obviously, like when I quit writing, that was shelved because I was in the editing stage for that one. I have recently opened it. Surprisingly, I did not lose that. You know why I didn't lose it? Because I emailed it to myself.
Paranoia strikes in the greatest ways.
But I was 17.
Still
and
paranoid.
I did that. I had emailed it to myself. You know why I had emailed it to myself? Because I had a copy on my school drive. And so when we were graduating,
oh my God,
I emailed it to myself.
Oh my God.
And then that's when I quit writing.
And that's when you quit writing. That coincides with your university year.
No, I quit writing when I graduated high school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which coincides with the year you took in university.
And then dropped out. Yes, absolutely.
Maybe
it's connected.
Maybe there's a connection there.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely, there's a connection there. But anyway, so with Impossible Biology, I did recently opened it. And oh my God, that is such terrible writing. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. But it was also really great to watch. Really great to read because oh my God, that comparison of where am now to when I first started writing. Oh my goodness, what a change. And then I noticed also some aspects of my writing that I've lost. Where I'm like, oh, because we talked about emotional narrative, right?
Mm-hmm.
there was emotional narrative in my original work. It came naturally to me at 17 without even realizing it. And it's now such a struggle.
Why?
I think honestly, I think it's the journey that I went through, because that was right before I hit the hardest part of my life.
Yeah.
So it was essentially my innocence at the time.
Yeah.
And so now it's a struggle, because like here I am trying to not go back to that innocence, but trying to like work with the struggles that I've faced and trying to not let it.
I also
defeat me.
feel like life makes us, if we show too much emotion,
Oh, definitely.
we're made fun of, or we're told not to, because it's not professional.
Oh, yes, and that's in the workplace.
And the workplace is,
and family.
and family to a certain extent, because sometimes you can have family moments where you're very emotional and they judge you for it. Work is, you spend 8 hours at work.
Yep.
So 8 hours of your day in 24 hours. It's not a lot when you think about it, but it's a lot, because you're sleeping for 8.
Yeah.
So you're awake for the rest of that day, and that's 16 hours of your day. Half of that is work, half of that is sleep, and then you got the rest in between. But you drive to work, so you're emotional, like, charged for that, and that's like what, an hour going back.
On a good day, it's 45 minutes. On a bad day, it's 2 hours.
You see, that's emotional in its own right.
But the standard is just over an hour.
Yeah. And like, so emotionally, we get, I feel like we get stunted emotionally as we grow older.
Yeah.
Because it's public is considered, don't show too much emotion, hide your emotion, shield your emotion.
It goes back to that whole thing where some people don't believe that humans are animals. They classify humans as like totally something else because we have a higher intelligence than animals. But the thing is that we are still animals.
We are mammals.
We're mammals. But not only that, even though we have more self-aware, we still do things instinctively.
Yes.
And one of the things that is that personally for me that I think is causing a lot of difficulties with people and in society is that we're being more restricted on what is normal human behavior, or what I don't think I'm explaining this correctly, but like, for example, emotions, being able to share emotions and saying like, I am sad, and I want to be with my family because this is happening at home. Like maybe someone is in the middle of passing away, but no, you have to be at work and you have to be present and you have to do all of this stuff. Death happens every single day. So who cares that you're losing someone you care about, who has been part of your world.
You have to be open, but at the same time, not too open to be unprofessional. But you have to be likable. So you have to be relatable. And you can't be relatable if people can't relate to you emotionally as well. So then you can't be liked, but you also can't overshare.
Yeah.
And so, like, to strike a balance, you're like, well, what do I share? Like,
but it's absolutely normal behavior to grieve and to go through something like that.
It is absolutely normal to have a shitty day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to be honest, embrace your shitty day.
And I think this is what impacts a lot of the lack of emotional narrative that's in stories. Yes. Because you don't see that very often. You see it more now than you have in other stories. And it could be just what I have been reading. But some of the work that I've seen, that especially work that came out in the 90s or 80s, there wasn't a lot of emotional narrative. It's very dry and descriptive work.
Agreed.
And
They
yeah,
replaced the emotional depth with descriptive depth.
yeah, which does brings sense of emotions, because you're reading about beauty
You
or
can
a sense.
visualize it, right?
Yeah, you can visualize
You
it,
get attached.
beauty, or you can sense the depression and all through this. But there's, especially if you're like writing in a person's perspective, whether it's in first person or third person, there's more of that descriptive emotional narrative, that's description. Like, you're not saying that this person is sad, but the way that they're thinking and feeling is describing sadness.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, when I was reading, to answer your question, when I was reading Impossible Biology, yes, it was hard to read, but it is something that I have archived because I would like to rewrite that work. And that's I think why I call it archiving, because it's, yes, I've archived, but it's still accessible if or when I decide to reopen it, and I'm going to use whatever it's there that I've written as resources.
So let's take note. I have archives.
Oh my God.
But I don't call them archives.
What do you call them?
I don't call them anything. They're just documents in my
So you
Google.
haven't deleted everything.
No, I just delete things that no longer inspire me or that I don't see myself ever taking up again.
See, even if I don't think I will touch it, I keep it.
No, I tidy up my spaces. Like if I see a story has been rewritten in another document in a similar manner or has a similar story theme, I'll look between the two and be like, yeah, delete this one. But yeah, I've come to a point where I do have archives. I have about 20 stories in my Google that I have written that are started but aren't finished or plotted at all. They're just started. In my Grammarly, I have fate fan fictions that I think there's like 15 of them. I have about 5 Sailor Moon ones. I have about 30 Harry Potter ones. That are just there. They just sit there and they gather
sitting there looking
digital
pretty,
dust,
waiting for the day that you would give them some ounce of attention.
Yeah. And, most of these, I'm pretty actually 100% of these are not plotted. They're just the way I used to write, which was random, chapter by chapter, scene by scene, go for it, go with the flow. But yeah.
But you now have a new style.
I now have a new style. There are some of these stories where I've read them. The Harry Potter ones are the oldest. The Harry Potter ones are the oldest. And I have not written a Harry Potter fan fiction in, I would like to say, 3 years.
You considered it today.
I have been considering it. That's because I have this story in my head for like a trilogy that's, it's been stuck there for a very long time, and I would like to write it. It's just, I don't know. I've felt stuck in writing Harry Potter. I've not wanted to write it for a while, and actually today I wrote a summary for one.
Nice.
It's the closest thing I've come to writing a Harry Potter fan fiction in like 3 years. So most of those stories are very old now in my Grammarly. And I look at them and I'm like, it's a whole different person that wrote these. And part of me wants to get rid of them, but at the same time, these ones, there are parts of my writing that I do not delete, digitally or physically. So
fascinating.
Yeah, there is one I did delete. I made the choice to delete this one. That's because it was What was that word you used in the car today? To describe the other conversation we were going to have. The first topic that we were going to discuss.
Intimacy?
Yeah, the intimate.
Oh, intimate. Yeah.
Scenes.
Yeah.
It was an intimate story that was on the darker side. And so I made the choice to delete that.
I whispered something to her.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off.
We're gonna save
Mike.
that for another episode.
Not even. It's not even going to be another. Oh yeah, the topic itself.
The topic itself.
Yeah, but that we'll discuss that after this, so that I can clarify that it's not that. Anyways, what was the point of me? Oh yeah, there are things in my archives that I do have archives, and there are things that I have written that have never been deleted, and they're there. Will they always be there? Who knows? Will I ever touch them again? Who knows?
And they'd be gone forever.
Grammarly can go to business and take all my stuff with them. Google OneDrive can disappear, and someone could ask me for a huge amount of money. I'd be like, "Screw you, take it all." And not the photos, please, not the photos.
Anything but the photos. See, I'd be the reverse. I'd be like, take the photos, give me my story. No, I wouldn't want that. I think depending on the photos, I think I would say photos over the writing.
To be honest, I'm considering getting a USB key to save all my trips photos on. So
it's good to save photos.
Yeah,
I've also lost photos.
Yeah, me too.
I've accidentally hit format on an SD card.
Oh, that hurts. That's losing work.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and memories.
All that to say, losing your work is not fun. And,
no, it's not. It can be traumatic.
It sucks.
And you just try and get over it, and don't let your insecurities take over your senses.
Yeah.
And just try and write it again.
Don't do it, me. Don't stop. Because I've stopped.
Keep going. If it was worth writing it the first time, it's worth it to do it a second time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Better than the first time.
Which is why we're going to re-record the episode that we lost.
I'm looking at the screen right now, and it's still gray.
Yeah. So we're going to re-record it for next episode.
Yeah. So.
Well, I think that was a good talk.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. Here's hoping your phone worked.
Here's hoping it will. Until next time.
Ciao.
And boss.